Hi, everybody. This is Josh King at AVO, and thank you so much for attending our webinar today, Ethical Issues in Social Media. This webinar is recorded, and so just a reminder for those of you who may be listening to this later on the recorded version, only the live version is eligible for CLE credit. And just as a housekeeping matter on that CLE credit, this course is approved for an hour of ethics CLE. In the states of Washington and California. Many other states will provide reciprocal credit. I will be sending out to all attendees a certificate of completion after the program, so be on the lookout for that. I will send it out within the next week to the email address you registered for. And for Washington attorneys, I will be reporting your attendance directly to the Washington Bar. So hopefully, for those of you in other states, that certificate of attendance can help you in getting reciprocal credit should you need it. So, ethical issues in social media. And I like to do this program a little bit differently than a lot of CLE programs. It's, as I call it, why you should worry less and engage more. The issue that I see a lot of in my role as general counsel of AVO and head of AVO's business development, I work a lot with attorneys. I talk to attorneys throughout the country every day. And I've always heard a certain level of angst about social media and all these new forms of communication, all these new ways that people can, in a very informal yet distributed basis, communicate with other folks. And there is a low level of concern throughout that when attorneys think about the attorney advertising rules, the various restrictions on the ways that attorneys can communicate with potential clients, with potential referral sources, with the general public, and whether and to what extent those attorney advertising and other ethics rules implicate the use of social media. And the general theme, the general takeaway I want everyone to get from this program is that, for the most part, if you're using social media correctly in the way it's intended, and that's a pretty important caveat, as we'll show as we go through this, you really don't have a whole lot to worry about when it comes to the intersection between the use of social media and the attorney advertising and ethics rules. I'll look at some specific areas of concern. Some specific areas where if you're using things just a little bit wrong, you could run into trouble. But for the most part, the takeaway will be that you really don't need to worry about it if you're using social media correctly. I'd also ask, we've got a fair number of people on the webinar. I will try to save a little bit of time at the end for questions. Feel free to put questions in throughout. You can type them into the question box.